And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Back in town, back in the studio,
It's exciting, man.
back in business.
Yeah,
Yeah. Finally got our audio working.
I think it's better.
Last 2 weeks, we recorded, but I guess the audio was just so bad we couldn't.
I wasn't going to post it.
Yeah.
In last week's episode was fire.
It was, bro.
So, dude, it was a great episode. We had a great time. Content was on fire.
We did, yeah.
We did Florida State previews, which I think we're going to go back, probably like redo one or two of them, maybe.
We'll circle back.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
But other than that, we went to the beach.
Yeah, this last weekend we went to Destin for our friend Tierney's bachelorette party.
Yep, it was chill.
We've been really good friends with her for about 5 or 6 years now. So she's getting married. So we went up, hung out with her and her girlfriend. So it was a good time.
Lots of alcohol.
Lots of alcohol. Could have been more, in my opinion.
Mm.
But that's all right. Well, no, it was good. It was a good time though.
It was a good time.
We went on this little like sunset. I don't know if you call it a booze cruise or whatever, but
kind of like a booze cruise.
it was It was just a big boat that held like 40, 50 people, and we just went and sailed around. Not sailed around, but boated
Cruised
around. Cruised around.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
And
it.
then it's unlimited beer once you get on there. So I had about 5 or 6 of those. That was nice.
Unfortunately, that margarita put me out before the booze cruise.
This man.
It was pretty bad.
We went to this place called Pepitos, and we
Pepitos.
I got street tacos. What'd you get?
I got street tacos. I down
They were
4 of
pretty
them, bro.
Really? 4?
Yeah.
Damn, I got 3.
Yeah.
Ate those pretty good, but they had these margaritas. They were 2 for $1 for the house margarita, and it was like not a fishbowl, but it was like a pretty big.
It was
glass.
a massive margarita. Yeah.
2 for $1. Clay gets like halfway down with his, and we just look over, and he's like, "Feeling it, boys."
Feeling it. It was a really
Clay,
strong margarita.
2 fingerlings down.
It was a strong.
You
margarita.
had a different marg though. Yours
I
was
did.
Blue.
I had a blue margarita.
Mm.
Yep.
Everyone said it was strong. I didn't try yours, but everyone
It
said
was
yours
super
was
strong.
stronger.
Yeah. It was very strong, and I was like, damn, like I was feeling it.
Yeah.
I was feeling it. Plus, I was on an empty stomach, so like I hadn't had anything to eat. I was downing.
I think that was the morning we had Jello shots for breakfast.
Was that morning? I don't know.
I did it. Me and Shay did.
You and Shay probably did.
Yeah. Those are good. They were small Jello shots, though.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
could.
Well, we're not here to talk about the beach trip.
No.
First off, we're live.
We are like, well, let me talk one thing about the beach trip. Like, one
Okay.
last thing.
All
It
right.
was very weird
Well,
because we were in Florida still, but we went to a Publix and they had LSU stuff, Alabama stuff.
They
Florida
did.
State stuff would make sense, but the Alabama LSU, I was like, damn. And I saw a lot of, which I know the Panhandle area is kind of like the beach for Alabama,
It is.
but I saw a lot more Louisiana people there too.
Yep.
I didn't.
A lot of Cajun people. It's kind of weird. And then like I think it was the shrimp po' boy they had on sale. That like Louisiana Cajun style, like
At Publix?
Yeah.
Mm.
I noticed
What sub
that.
did you get?
I just got a turkey. Just
Yeah.
turkey.
Get a regular on it.
Actually, no. Just
No?
salt and pepper.
Last time I went to Publix, I got a pub sub. Me and
Yep.
Trey got the same thing. We got an ultimate, and then I was like, "What'd you get on yours?" And whatever he got, and they said oregano. And I was like,
That's the Jimmy John special,
"That's
bro.
the Jimmy John's special." I wasn't at Jimmy John's. I was in my oregano mode, but Jimmy John's I always get oregano. So but
Yep.
I'll make sure to get that now next time we go to Publix.
Got to do it. Got to do it.
But anyways, sports.
Sports. Sports.
Specifically football.
Sports are back.
Yeah.
It's
We're
exciting.
2 weeks down of preseason.
Yep.
We got week 0 this upcoming week, then week 1 next weekend. So these next 2 weeks, we'll kind of focus on college football.
All college football.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we'll drop in an NFL story here and there.
Mhm.
But, like, right now we're focused on college football. And it starts this week,
Mhm.
week 0. I don't think there's no top 25 matchups. So
where do you want to start? I kind of want to start with like an overrated, underrated thing before we dive into week 0.
I like it. Okay.
Okay. So I would do head coaches, but we're gonna do teams because season's about to start. So like let's talk teams real quick. Overrated, underrated, or properly rated.
Right.
Okay. Number 1 on the list. Hold on.
Under, over.
I think it'd be fair if we pull up the AP top 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should look at it.
We should pull the AP
Because
top
that's what
25.
we'll do. Most overrated, underrated, overrated.
AP top 25. We gotta do this. I forgot.
Let's see. Well, I mean, next Saturday, Nebraska Northwestern. That one
All right.
could be something.
Ready? Nope.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
you
you're
ready?
good. I just thought something to talk about later.
Okay. All right. So I want to start off with this one, and I think this is a very interesting one. Clemson. At
They're
4.
already starting, at 4 after last year, which
What are we thinking? Keep in mind they lost Venables. He's gone.
they lost their OC and DC.
Yep.
Both of them. See, I don't know, man, because like the ACC seems pretty. I mean, not good right now. Not that they've caught up to Clemson. I feel like Clemson's dropped down a little bit.
Yes.
And I don't know what specifically. Well, it helped that they had Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence back to back,
Of course.
and now DJ Ukulele is not.
Good old DJ.
He was fine at the end of last year, I think, because they finished 9-3. But like for Clemson, that's not really
Not
to
great.
start at 5-4. What are they at? 4?
4.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't feel like that's a little high.
So a little overrated?
Yeah.
Okay. I think their ranking has them overrated right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I think a proper rating would be like that 9 or 10 slot.
That's what I was thinking. Like
Like-
just going into the season because
Yes.
of last year, you can't just base.
But they
This
have
would-
they have a good team. They got a good roster.
Oh, 100%. They have a good roster. It's just you're going to base on less. I don't know.
I don't know. And their
Last year was a
quarterback,
weird
DJ,
year.
shit, I can't pronounce the last name.
Yeah, I can't either.
Yeah. Apologies. So we'll call him DJ.
DJ.
He's pretty good.
DJU.
He wasn't great last season.
Well, it's just like I said, a drop off going from
Yeah.
Trevor Lawrence.
I mean, dude, the
To
standard
him.
was so high.
Right.
Like
It's such great quarterback play for the last.
six,
4 or 5
6 to 8 years at least. Like they've had really good quarterbacks. Even before Deshaun Watson, who's there?
Taj Boyd.
Was it Tosh Boyd? Wasn't Kelly Bryant? When was he?
He's the one that left because of Trevor Lawrence.
Okay.
Because like
'Cause
Kelly
he was
Bryant
there.
was the starter, and
Yeah.
then week 4 they named Trevor Lawrence, and then he transferred.
Okay. That makes
Which
sense.
he was pretty good, but
He was good. I remember him. I was like, he's pretty good
he was a Heisman favorite, and then got benched.
for Trevor Lawrence. All right.
They're overrated, but I don't think that's like. I'm not shocked. By
Okay. Not sure. Notre Dame.
it. Way overrated. Way overrated.
Way overrated.
They're gonna start with an L. Well, I think it's awesome that like 2-5 is week 1 matchup.
Let me pull up that Notre Dame schedule, by the way.
It's tough. They've got
Let's see what we got.
Ohio State.
Ohio
I know
State,
They've got
that's an
North
L.
Carolina.
Ohio State's an L.
Mhm.
Marshall. They play
Right.
Marshall next.
Right.
So Ohio State, L.
Right. L.
Easy. Then they play Cal. That's a dub.
Dub.
North Carolina,
See, that's
toss
they
up.
could bounce. They could bounce back, or they could not. You don't know with North Carolina. They're weird,
They're super
but
weird.
they're good.
And then BYU.
Could be. They're ranked, which I don't know.
Yep. They're at
Yep.
25
They're ranked.
preseason.
Yeah. So
So then Stanford, which Stanford's dropped off past couple of years.
yeah, they're hit and miss.
So we'll
too.
see. Syracuse probably a dub.
Yeah.
And then they play Clemson.
Mm,
Clemson's going to kill them.
mm.
Navy. You always got to watch out
You
for
gotta
Navy.
watch out for Navy. Just
Always
'cause
got to watch out for Navy.
every
year.
every person says every year, like, just the military, their teams, their offense is so hard to prepare for.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. And then Boston College is probably a dub. And then USC, which is,
Oh shit!
that's going to be an L.
Yeah, I think USC is gonna be really good. this
So,
year.
dude, I mean, counting it, you're looking at 4 to 5 L's.
Yeah.
I think at least 3.
Yeah.
But
They
potentially
could pull
4 or
one
5.
out their ass, but like definitely, Ohio State's an L, Clemson's an L, USC's an L.
Yep.
North Carolina's up in the air, Navy's up in the air,
It'll definitely be interesting.
BYU's up in the air. So that's like 6 games that you could.
Potentially lose.
3 that I think is a lock for an L.
Yeah.
And then 3 more that are potentially L's.
Mm-hmm. And it all depends how they bounce back too, because like they lose to Ohio State, who knows? When they go play Marshall, if they're going to be down, if they'll
Right.
bounce back. Like there's a lot that could happen.
Right.
But I definitely agree with you. Notre Dame overrated.
They're one of my most overrated.
So this next one, I'll dive into them. They're 100% overrated, but we'll talk about them later. Sitting at number 8 is Michigan.
Yeah.
Properly rated? Overrated?
I'd say that's about right.
Properly?
I think that's proper.
Okay.
I mean, they made it to the playoff last year. They kept their
Shouldn't
quarterback,
have.
kept their running back. They really only lost. I mean, they lost their pass rusher, Nate Hutchinson, who went 2 overall.
Yep.
But they kept most of their team around, and they kept Jim Harbaugh.
And I think, like I always say with the playoffs, it's, in my opinion, especially at the beginning of the year, It's always better to be outside looking in.
Oh yeah,
Because if you're inside and you lose, no chance.
yeah.
Zero
That's
chance.
the thing that it's like everyone asking, or not everyone asking, but like the argument's always brought up about college football and
Mhm.
either needing more games or it's not short, it's too short and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Every game in the NCAA matters, and that's
Matters.
what makes it more.
Unlike the
just means
NFL,
more.
like the NFL,
You can lose
You can lose a couple
6
games.
games and
Still
the
make playoffs.
and
Yep.
win the Super Bowl. But in college, you lose one game,
you're out.
you're on thin ice. 2 games, you're absolutely done.
Yeah.
So
Like, dude, Florida loses to Georgia, they're pretty much out. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because if Georgia goes to the SEC championship, Florida has 0 shots to win a championship,
right,
and getting in would be
the
really
only way
interesting.
that we could lose to Georgia and still make it is if
They got smoked by Alabama in the SEC championship.
and like we were
Yeah.
a close game and we finished out.
Yeah,
high.
yeah. Like, that's the only way. But all right, next one. So Michigan will go with that properly rated.
Yeah.
Sitting at 14, USC.
I like it.
Okay. 14?
If you were gonna say top 10, I'd be like that's ridiculous. But in
Okay.
the 10 to 20 range is good.
Okay.
They just have so much talent there right now, and like Lincoln Riley,
They always have talent.
right? But a lot of talent transferred in. The best receiver in the the best receiver in the nation transferred there.
Quarterback. Caleb
Right,
Williams.
Caleb Williams,
Yep.
one of the best young quarterbacks transferred there.
Up and coming.
Right,
We'll see how he does.
took the job from Spencer Rattler.
Way better than Spencer Rattler.
Yeah,
God, trash guy.
I feel like there's other people. I mean, there's other people that have transferred there. So
Yeah, definitely.
plus
All right.
Lincoln Riley is a good coach.
So USC properly.
That's good.
Okay.
Maybe a little on the higher side, but I mean,
Okay.
I'm not mad at it.
Miami at 16.
That's ridiculous.
Overrated.
Way overrated.
Way overrated.
They should not be ranked.
Way overrated.
If they're gonna be ranked, then like, I think in the 20s, I'd be like, it's Miami.
Yeah.
But that's the Mario Cristobal effect. But like I was saying last week, which I guess they didn't hear, but I was looking at Miami's recruiting in the last
It's
few
on
years, and they haven't really dropped since Florida has. Like they've always stayed in the 10 to 20 range.
Just because they're Miami. Like
Just 'cause
they're in Miami.
Yeah, so their recruiting has been spectacular, but it hasn't been bad at all. It's been
Mm-hmm.
pretty great. So bringing Cristobal, that makes sense. They should have the talent there. I mean, they've lost a few people to transfer, one of them being Lingard, who came to us, Florida, but I mean, I'm not surprised.
I mean, let's do a schedule walk. Let's walk
All right.
through the schedule. All right. So I have Bethune-Cookman. Easy dub.
Easy dub for Bethune.
Easy dub. And then
Right.
and then Southern Miss. That's a
Mm.
dub.
That's 2.
And then they're on the road at A&M week 3.
Oh, that's going to be a good game.
Okay. And let's be honest. I haven't talked about A&M yet. I wanted to save them for last.
Mm.
Spoiler
That'll be-
alert. They're
that-
overrated.
That'll be a good test to see who's like for real. Texas A&M starting out way overrated. I think Miami's overrated too.
Mhm.
But like Texas A&M is supposed to be like
They're supposed to be like number 1.
on the level of Alabama and Georgia now.
Yep.
Just because of how recruiting has been and because of Jimbo Fisher. And then Miami is supposed to be back, not back to their like natty days, but back in general.
Mhm.
They're like being kind of relevant. So if that's a good like prove it game for both of them.
It really is.
Texas A&M could be like, yeah, we're up on that level now. And Miami could be like, oh no, we can
hang.
We can hang.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Middle Tennessee. That's a win. UNC.
North Carolina, that'd be a
Never
good one,
know.
too. That'd
Always
be
got to
one,
watch
too.
out.
Yeah.
Always got to watch out.
Mac Brown there and everything.
Yeah. Never know. Virginia
They
Tech.
did lose their quarterback. now I
They
think
did.
about it. And their
Um,
running back.
Sam Howell.
Yeah.
What a great guy. I like Sam Howell.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Virginia Tech. Probably a win. But they're on the road.
Hmm.
Never know.
I don't know much about. I mean, Virginia Tech, they just seem like they've kind of fallen off.
Yeah. They really have. Duke. Win. Virginia.
Speaking of Duke, Colin Cowherd,
Okay.
Daniel Jones, he looks like a guy. I went to Duke.
That went to Duke.
That's
Yep.
just so funny.
Yep.
All right, anyways,
Nope. No, you're right. You're right.
that just cracked me up that he said it like that.
All right. Florida State.
That'll be well, I'm not sure. I mean, I think that's a dub, but I think it'll be.
I think it'll be closer than you think. I think Florida State can win this year. I'll be honest. I think with Norvell and where like their program has been like slowly climbing, not like
Yeah,
accelerated.
The last 2-3 years, I've been like Florida State. They're gonna suck, be terrible. And last year, I really thought they were gonna go 0-12.
Because they
I mean,
look
they
so
ended up-
bad.
Yeah, they ended up 5-7. But I kind of have no idea where Florida State's gonna be this year. I know they're not gonna be like necessarily good,
hmm
as in the sense like they're gonna be fighting for a top 25 spot every week. But I don't think they'll be miserable like the last few years.
They're lucky they're in the ACC.
Yeah.
Very lucky they're in the ACC.
Yeah.
All right. So Florida State, kind of a toss-up in my opinion. I think Florida State's going to snuff that one out, though. Just being honest. Georgia Tech, and then Clemson, L.
That'll be it. Yeah.
At
That'll be
Clemson.
another good one.
And then they're at Pitt.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm not sure how Pitt's gonna be this year though.
I don't know. I think they're a little overrated, but
Losing their quarterback.
Yeah.
Their Heisman Finals quarterback and their best receiver.
it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah. They're gonna lose week 1.
But I count potential 4 losses.
Yeah.
Was that a hot take? Was that a hot
potentially
take right
4
there?
losses. I could see it.
No. On that, let me go back on that Pitt. No,
I said
not
Pitt's
not
gonna,
like you just didn't say they're going to lose to West Virginia week 1.
I
but
did.
oh,
they're gonna lose week 1.
they're going to lose week 1.
They're gonna lose week 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first hot take of the day. Get the hot take banner going on. Hunter Bell has called it. West Virginia is going to upset Pitt
They are.
on September 1st.
They are 100%. Next Thursday. 1 week from tomorrow.
It's going to be interesting.
Yep.
All right. Okay. We got it. Hot take, ladies and gentlemen. Drop a comment. Let us know what you think of that take. Hunter has had a couple beers, so it's all right.
1.
One. All right. Last but not least, Texas A&M.
What are they
Rated at 6.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. They lost their quarterback.
They did, and their quarterback wasn't that
and
great.
It wasn't that great. Who did they bring in?
I have no idea who their quarterback is right now.
Oh, they brought in Max Johnson, Brad Johnson's son from LSU.
Yes.
Speaking of LSU quarterbacks, Miles Brennan retired. So now LSU's
Super
quarterback.
interesting.
Yeah.
Keeps his NIL deals.
Yeah. Did
Which is weird.
we talk about that last week?
A little bit.
Yeah.
But the viewers didn't get to hear about that.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is absolutely nuts.
Man retired from football. Like Andrew Luck did.
Someone else retired recently.
Who was retired?
Oh, Shaquem Griffin
Shaquem Griffin. Yep.
retired today.
Yep. He single-handedly changed the game.
All right. That's good though. He lasted 4 years in the NFL.
That's for having one hand.
That's impressive.
Like let's be honest. That's pretty big.
Yeah, that's badass, dude.
Like I'd love to look up his stat line, but I know he's had a couple picks. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like he wasn't a standout, but the fact that he lasted 4 years in the NFL, one hand,
Yeah.
you can't top that. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. No.
And now he's set.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
He's set for life. I don't know where his brother's at now because his brother was in the league too.
He was also at Seattle. I wonder where.
Was he at
I don't
Seattle?
think he is now, but I know
Okay.
he was.
Because he had 2 hands.
He did.
Yep.
Wild.
10 fingers, bro.
Imagine. All right.
Imagine that. All right. So last but not least, Ohio State at number 2.
That's perfect. They are. I think that's exactly right.
Okay. CJ Stroud.
Yeah,
I think he's going to take a decent leap this year
I think so.
than what he was. I think he'll have better pocket presence and will be able to read better to run the ball.
I think that's good. I think Alabama's clear cut number 1. I think it's crazy that anybody has Ohio State number 1. I think Alabama's just gonna.
Roll.
I think they're gonna run away with it this year.
Okay. Even in the SEC West?
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it'll be close at all.
Interesting.
But Ohio State is right at 2. Georgia's 3.
Georgia's 3. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Georgia's 3. Baylor's at 10. I think it's a little overrated, but
Yeah, I don't know about that. 10 for
10
Baylor.
For Baylor.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they ruined Oklahoma State's season last year twice.
Did
Oklahoma
they?
State, their only loss of the season was Baylor.
Mhm.
They were undefeated. I think they're 11-1. and went to play Baylor in the Big Ten championship. Lost.
You know who's not on this list?
Hmm.
Texas.
Texas isn't ranked.
No,
Good. They shouldn't be.
they shouldn't be. But think about that for a second.
That's wild. Usually they are.
Usually Texas is always,
They're like They're like USC.
yeah, just
Always
like dumb
just
ranked.
'cause.
Yeah, just because. But they're not. Let's see. Florida got 14 votes to be ranked.
This expired 2 months ago.
Ah. Expired beer? That's all right.
Beer doesn't really expire.
Yeah, I was about to say. It's fine. We'll sue McUltra.
Yeah.
Kidding. They're a sponsor of the show now. They just don't know it.
Just wait.
Just wait.
Just
Give
wait.
it a year. Give it a year.
What's Penn State ranked?
Penn State. Let me see.
Are they?
I don't recall. They're not ranked.
Mm.
Penn State is not ranked.
I think Florida is 37.
Sounds about right.
I think that's a good ranking. Just for right now, because right now no one knows. Now when we'll beat Utah, we'll jump up to like 15.
Not if we beat.
When?
When?
Because Utah's 7, right?
Yep.
We'll jump to like. Oh damn! You think we jump to top 10? I doubt. No, we probably jump to like 14, 15. Utah drops to like 17 or 18.
Probably. I don't know. I think it depends too how like the rest of the top 25 shapes up the first week.
Yeah, because that always
It'll shift. Yeah.
shifts and stuff, and I was like, oh, Texas A&M is not that good. Notre Dame
Huh.
is not very good.
Who would have thought that?
Yeah.
Damn. Who would have thought that they're not that good? All right. So those were overrated and underrated.
Hmm.
Kind of a little outside our norm, but had to go through it.
Yeah.
Definitely had to go through
The thing I want to bring up earlier,
it. Okay.
you know the CBS football song
Yes.
for the SEC?
Yes. Big Ten.
Big Ten has it now.
Same fucking song.
Bullshit.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think it lowers like the weight of
Of the
CBS.
song.
Yeah.
Of CBS,
Like,
yeah.
like it really does.
Because like that song just gets you hyped for like a badass SEC
Yep.
football game, and now it's gonna be like Wisconsin, Purdue. Oh, great. 3-0 at half. Oh, solid, boring offense, great defensive game.
Boring ass game. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We're all right.
ESPN, Disney, whatever should have shelled out so much money for that.
Oh, they should have. All right. So odds to win Heisman. Who do you think is going to win the Heisman this year? Don't say Anthony Richardson.
I think he'll be a finalist though.
Okay. Top 3, top 5?
I don't know.
Okay.
He'll be in New York.
Okay. So he'll be there.
So top 5.
Okay.
Probably just Bryce Young again.
Okay.
Or I could see CJ Stroud.
I could see CJ Stroud. I think it depends on the leap he takes this year.
Yeah.
Don't count out Caleb Williams at USC. And the only reason I say that is because he's at USC now and not Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Like USC would push so hard
It's the right market too.
for a Heisman candidate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because when was the last time USC had a Heisman?
2005 for
Yeah.
Josh.
I was like, it's been years. So, come on. Also,
So that's a Heisman winner.
okay.
Yeah.
Have you watched the Manti Te'o documentary yet?
No, but I
Okay.
listened to an interview by the guys who made it.
Okay.
It's interesting.
It's a very interesting, like, situation.
Poor guy.
Dude, I remember when all that came out. Like, we were like, oh, he's got a fake girlfriend and shit. Like, what is going on right now?
I remember that. I was like, man, this man got played. He just got embarrassed in the national championship.
Dude,
'Cause he was a Heisman finalist last year. And
He was.
that year when Johnny Manziel won, and everyone.
which,
I
by the
thought he
way,
was going to win.
Johnny Manziel was a lot better. But we
Mm.
can dive in that later. Someone was like, yeah, like, had this not gone on, They might have beaten Alabama. I was like, Alabama absolutely beat.
You
the
don't
brakes.
lose like that because of a little minor distraction. Like Manchester State was
Notre Dame didn't
embarrassed.
belong there.
Like that was the worst
It wasn't even a national championship.
performance I've seen from a national championship. National champion, yeah.
Yeah, but dude, like, and that's the reason I think that like a Notre Dame or like, the Big 12 teams are left out, like because of that, right? And I don't say that to be rude or mean, but it's like, bro, they come in to play an SEC team,
and then every time they step into the plate, they just get like completely
just shit kicked out of them. Like, when it comes to ratings and stuff, it's like it just gets old.
Yeah,
watching that happen.
Yeah,
it really does.
The only one that was like fun to watch was Oklahoma, Georgia, Baker Mayfield year. I think it was 2017 or 18.
Okay.
It was like 50-49.
Yep.
Was like the final score. I mean, I'm probably off a few points, but it was like super high scoring, which you shouldn't expect from Georgia. I mean, it's probably the reason they lost the Natty. But that game was the only good one where like they stepped up, because all the other ones, like Alabama beat Washington, they beat Michigan State, all these other teams. Like Georgia destroyed Michigan this year.
And they'll destroy them. They'll always destroy them.
Yeah.
All right. So we got to talk. All right. I'm going to do this. Hold on. Let me count. Okay.
You got any live viewers out there?
I think I saw one. I definitely see one. Drop a comment, like. I don't know if you're on Twitch or YouTube.
Shout out.
Drop one. Shout out. So it's looking like I'm counting 13 teams have played in the college football playoff. Can you name all 13?
Yeah.
All right, go. Let's go.
Alabama.
Okay.
Ohio State.
Okay.
Clemson.
Yep.
Georgia.
Yep.
Oklahoma.
Yep.
Michigan State.
Okay.
Washington.
Yep.
Notre Dame.
Yep.
Oregon, Florida State.
Oregon, Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're missing 2.
I counted 10.
You counted 10? So you're missing 3. Yep. There's 13 total.
Oh, LSU.
One was in it this past year.
Oh, Michigan.
And one more.
Oh, damn.
This past year. I don't think you said this one. Got the shit kicked out of him.
Was it Notre Dame? No, don't tell me.
Nope, you already said Notre Dame.
I know.
You already said it.
Hold on.
Okay.
And it was this past year?
This past year, yeah. Got the shit kicked out of him.
So Alabama played them.
Yep. Who'd Alabama play? You want a hint? Lifeline? Okay. This past year.
Oh. Cincinnati.
Damn,
that's crazy. The most recent year, the last 2 I listed.
I was surprised you got the Florida State.
Yeah.
Most people forget that Florida State was in it.
It was Florida State and Oregon and Ohio State, Alabama. That's when Ohio State. Zeke Elliott went off on Alabama, and Oregon embarrassed Florida State.
That was Mariota's year.
Yeah.
Yep. And then a lot of people forget about Washington too. Yep. Those Chris Peterson days.
Yep.
Can't forget.
They lost to Alabama. Michigan State lost to Alabama.
It's the Alabama Invitational.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
And if you can beat them, you're in. If not, you're out.
Clemson. Or no, not Clemson. Who did LSU play?
In the national championship?
In the national championship, they beat Clemson, but in the playoff,
Was it Oklahoma?
might have been.
Probably Oklahoma.
Yeah, because Clemson
I'm
played Ohio
pretty-
State.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it'd be Oklahoma.
Yeah, because they just beat Georgia in that SEC championship.
Mhm.
So I was watching that. I was watching that on my birthday
On their birthday.
in New Orleans.
Love it.
Yeah, it was weird. SEC championship game. What was going on? LSU was playing, and like no one cared in New Orleans because the Saints were playing next day against the Niners. That was huge. That was a good.
That
game.
was huge. Yep. Nope. That's a big game. Oh, well, what else you got? College football. I'm done with my stuff. I don't bother you anymore.
Let's look at week 0.
Week 0. Yep. I forgot we're gonna talk
The
week 0.
games that are going on.
Okay.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11.
Florida
games.
State plays.
Yeah, they played Duquesne.
I don't know how to pronounce that.
But no, I mean North Carolina Florida A&M might be a good game
Solid game to watch.
just to see how like North Carolina's doing, and then Vandy is playing Hawaii. Yikes! But then
in Hawaii.
oh really?
Vandy's traveling to Hawaii.
That's
Wow.
pretty cool. I'd be psyched to have for that.
Yeah, right. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Northwestern Nebraska.
Yeah, that one might. That's a good logo game.
If we're talking hot seat this year, bro,
Scott Frost.
Scott Frost.
He hasn't like
He didn't produce anything
no the fact that like because that was such a splash hire at the time.
because he was hot.
Yeah.
Like he's hot at UCF. Florida was looking at hiring him.
He's a little bit under fire right now too because he's like we're probably averaging 8 to 12 throw ups per practice a day. He's like doesn't mean they're working them too hard. It just means they're working them out or something like that.
Yeah,
Like,
it was weird. It was weird.
and Ian Rappaport quoted as like not really the best
Not the best thing.
idea
talking
strategy. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that was really funny.
I would love to see Nebraska be good. Just
They're
'cause-
not going to be good though.
but they're not going to be.
Yeah, they're not going to be.
The thing that sucks for them now is like recruiting. You can't be good out there.
It's so
It's
hard.
very hard.
You're getting second and third tier recruits.
Yeah.
Because your first tiers are going to go either to like flashy cities or like very like well-run, well-known programs at the time.
Yeah, because the only like Midwestern team I can think of that like highly touted people go to is Oklahoma,
Yeah.
Texas,
That's it.
and Oklahoma State gets lucky every once in a while, and then all the other Texas teams. But Texas doesn't count as that. But like a Mem team, like Kansas hasn't been good for a long time. They were good in 2008, and that was the last time they were good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Les Miles was a coach there for a minute, wasn't he?
Yep.
Yep.
I kicked out.
And then he got kicked out.
Yep.
Um,
But week 1, we have a very good slate going on, dude.
we do, dude. That's Thursday, Friday, and Saturday football. Like that is like
And Monday.
and Monday, and Monday.
There'll be no NFL football, but
That's fine.
yeah,
Dude,
we got college, and so we got.
Georgia, Oregon. Whew.
That's probably going to be the best game.
Yep.
Well, no, Florida.
Because,
Utah?
dude, we got Oregon, Georgia, and then Florida, Utah right after.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck.
that's like so. I mean, you're gonna be up in Gainesville, but I'm gonna be sitting like this at 3:30, all the way till like midnight, just watching football, and I'm gonna be so happy about it.
Hell yeah, dude.
Like, I'm gonna be fat. I'll be eating some chips, some salsa.
At the same time as Florida, Utah, is Notre Dame, Ohio State.
Oh,
Well, 7:30 is or 7, but
dude, I can't wait. And then Sunday.
yeah, Clemson, Georgia Tech. Why? I don't know why.
Nope, that's Monday.
Yeah,
Sunday,
Sunday.
Florida State LSU
Oh shit!
at 7:30.
Oh, they're not top. They're not ranked. That's why. It's
Yeah, they're not
showing
ranked.
up.
Yep. That's still a great. Like that's
Oh,
honestly like a ranked
damn.
game. That is literally a ranked game. Like they might not be ranked, but like that's a highly touted game right there.
Dude, that's gonna be good.
That's gonna be a great game. So we're talking. You got.
Oh, we also have Boise State or Oregon State.
All right, let's not bore the viewer.
Oh, well, that's a decent game.
That is a good game. It
Florida
is.
State
Good.
should be good though.
It is a good game.
All State Louisiana kickoff.
All right, who's at 12? Honestly, A&M versus Sam Houston State, close one.
Michigan, Colorado State. So that's yeah. But we for our first what's it called? Game day. Our first game day.
Yep.
Is West Virginia Pitt. Backyard brawl. Bringing it back. What's cool about this game too is JT Daniels,
Yes.
the starting quarterback for West Virginia, officially announced. Keaton Slovis, the starting quarterback for Pitt. They were at USC together. JT Daniels was a starter there. Got hurt. Keaton Slovis took over. JT transferred. Keaton Slovis was starter last year. Transferred to Pitt. So it would be cool just to see them going back and forth. But I think West Virginia wins because West Virginia last year they had some good receivers and just like a fairly good offense.
Mm-hmm.
But their quarterback Dakey just couldn't. He'd have some good throws here and there, and then just it was like Jameis Winston in the NFL, but in college.
Okay.
Just a lot of good throws, but then a lot of
bad throws.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
throws.
It happens.
But now they've got hopefully a good quarterback.
Yep.
Because he was pretty good at Georgia before he got hurt.
Wasn't great, but he's good.
He had 10 touchdowns on 2 interceptions. I think it was like 1,200 yards. Not bad.
Couple bucks.
So last year definitely anti JT Daniels. This year, let's ride. But that'd be good.
Hunter has a soft spot for West Virginia.
That's my team. My number 2 team.
That's your number 2.
That's my number 2 team.
Yep. All right. Well, the number 1 team, Alabama. Coach Saban got extension.
Yeah.
How you feeling about that?
Why not? I guess we were just talking about how Kirby Smart is not a good idea because it's not a good idea to extend college coaches. But we said unless you're like Nick Saban.
Unless you're Nick Saban, signing anything longer than a 4-year deal, I think is wrong.
By the end of his deal, he will have been there for 24 years.
God, that's insane.
Maybe 23.
That's absolutely insane.
And I think he's definitely got himself into the. For some reason, it was up for debate somewhere. Like they were talking about, is Nick Saban the best college football coach of all time? I think so.
Over the Bear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's like, I'd have to look against the Bear. But I think just the fact that Nick Saban I feel like college football has changed a lot more over the last 15, 20 years than it did in like the 40s.
Well, if you think how long he's been there now, and you think like offenses and defenses like evolving.
The fact that how much it's evolved and he's still managed to keep his team on top.
Yep. And dude, with his coordinators, bro,
right?
Like they're in and out every single year. Every single year.
Because you look at it like Les Miles was tearing up LSU when Nick Saban first got there.
Yep.
First got there in Alabama. And then Les Miles was a good coach for a while, but he couldn't keep up. So
correct. The Mad Hatter.
Get rid of him. Yeah. And Dabo picked up right as football was changing. So he's really only known one college football.
Yeah.
As a head coach. He came up a long time, but like when he became head coach, now he's watched it change too.
Mm-hmm.
But he wasn't successful until I think it really changed.
So Josh, what's his name? From Late Night Kick. Josh Pate. Yep.
Pate State.
He did a segment on.
I like Josh Pate.
Yeah, I don't mind his takes sometimes. Mm-hmm. I think they're pretty good. Maybe better than Collins, but we can get in that debate later.
He's friendly to Florida, so I'll take it.
Not all the time.
He's fair. It's not like
he's pretty fair. He don't like. So I talked to a guy, by the way, before I jumped into this segment. I talked to a guy at Texas, and I was like, dude, like from our perspective, I was like, Texas is always overrated. He's like, that's funny. He's like, because from our perspective, Florida's always overrated. And I was like, Florida hasn't really been overrated. Like and I mean, little Florida bias to it, but in my humble opinion, I feel like we've been pretty properly rated.
I think so.
Like,
because the difference between Florida being overrated and Texas being overrated is Texas
they'll
start the year ranked for no reason just because they're Texas, and then they'll say Texas is back every year. Florida, we don't say Florida's back unless we're all the way fucking back. Yeah.
Like we're going the SEC championship and we're gonna win.
Yeah, I think Florida does about everything. Does what they're expected to do every year, except for like last year.
Last year kind of fell off.
Yeah.
And so I explained to him, I was like, I haven't seen a coach go to the SEC championship, run out of time, and was one touchdown away from winning the game with Kyle Trask, which had they had 2 minutes on the clock, I guarantee you they would score a touchdown.
Also had the refs not called.
There's a couple questionables. We can get in that later. But I was like, I haven't seen a coach get us there
You're fired the next year.
and then just fall apart.
Yeah.
Like absolutely fall apart.
That's nuts, dude.
Yeah, it was horrible. And I mean, I get we played Oklahoma in that bowl game, but like none of our starters played
None of our starters played.
because like 3 of them went in the first round.
Yep.
And then Kyle Trask was the next quarterback off the board in the second round. So I don't know. I was like, I really do feel like Florida's been pretty properly rated. Whereas like Texas, like you said, it's just like it's Texas. They think they're the best.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they were shit on Oklahoma last year.
They were.
They were.
And they couldn't hold their shit together.
Nope.
They were
Caleb
literally
Williams
up
came
like
in, bro.
4 touchdowns.
Dude, it was great. It was a great time. I remember watching that game.
Yeah.
Good time. But I wanted to dive into he did a whole segment, and I think I'm gonna try and pull up the list here.
He had a solid take on Florida recruiting a couple weeks ago. Like, watch
Okay.
out for Florida now, because if they're reeling in the athletes, they might be
If they're really
in the conversation soon, which I think we can be.
I think they could be.
Yeah.
So he did a whole segment this past week on coaches fired by Saban. Okay. And
Fine. Oh,
I think he was kind of right on it, but some of the coaches he got on his list was just crazy. Here it is. Coaches dismissed after Saban joined the Tide. Okay. Now, there is this thing in the SEC where like Nick Saban gets coaches fired. He does, arguably. Okay.
oh, you're meaning opposing teams coaches?
Correct.
Okay, gotcha.
Because those coaches can't overcome
we can't keep up.
the Saban hurdle.
So it's all the teams,
It's all
because the longest tenured coach in the SEC besides him is
But on this list, Urban Meyer, Ed Orgeron,
Mhm.
Les Miles, could agree with
that one's definitely
could agree with that one. Could agree with that one. Jim McElwain, Dan Mullen, Gus Malzahn,
Nah,
which
He
I
got-
don't think is a fair assessment. Because if you think about Gus Malzahn was like 500 against Alabama.
Alabama wasn't the reason Gus was on. Yeah, he was the only one that's 500 against. Him.
Yeah, like he's the only one that fucking beat him. So he just did this list, and I was like, Urban Meyer did not leave because of Nick Saban. He didn't leave Florida because of Nick Saban. He was not scared of Nick Saban.
No, he went and beat him several times.
Yeah, there was a lot of other underlying issues with the program. Butch Jones, I don't think was fired because of Nick Saban. If anything, Butch Jones is fired because he couldn't beat Florida.
Yeah.
If we're really talking, like he literally could not beat Florida to save his life. Kevin Sumlin at A&M could argue.
you could argue
Okay,
that one,
you
yeah.
could argue that one. Jeremy Pruitt got fired for some McDonald's bags. Different story.
Yeah.
You know. So I don't know. He just put out this list, and I was like,
If you, I mean, they're indirectly yes, because the goal is to get to championships, and Alabama's winning championships, so you're not
Mhm. Correct.
doing it. But there's also other. It's not like it was. It's not like they played Alabama. Like the Tennessee ones, they play Alabama every year, so that one kind of makes sense. But Florida doesn't play Alabama that often.
Correct.
Well, McElwain played him twice. Mullen played. Oh, okay. Well.
Mm.
Now Mullen got himself fired.
Yes.
McElwain. I mean, McElwain got us there twice, and we lost to Bama twice.
Yes. Now,
So
how do
you
you
could argue that, but Nick Saban's not directly accountable, like responsible for going 4-12,
That's true. That's true.
4-7,
Yeah.
12, 4,
No.
4,
And like
you know what I meant.
Will Muschamp's on this list for South Carolina. Will Muschamp didn't get fired from South Carolina because he couldn't beat Nick Saban.
Yeah,
Like, I don't know. Just this list kind of like, I wouldn't say it upset me. I get it. Nick Saban does get coaches fired because getting over that Nick Saban hurdle, especially in the SEC West, is a lot harder. But like, bro, Gus Malzahn beat him every other year.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And even when I talked to an Auburn fan when I was on Texas. They were like, yeah, like I'm glad we moved off from Gus Malzahn. Like it was time. Like it was too late. Like we should have moved off him earlier. And I was like,
Auburn's in like the worst place they've been in like 15 years.
you're talking about Gus Malzahn, who beat Alabama
Also took
every
you to
other
a natty
year. Took you to a natty.
with a cornerback playing quarterback.
I was about to say, now some of it was some fluke plays. There was some crazy shit. But, like, let's think about that for a moment. And now he's at UCF, and he's about to fucking light it up there because he's a great coach. Well, with UCF talent, he's going to light it up. Okay. All right. But I think he was one of the best hires in college football.
Yeah, I would agree.
I think UCF made a stellar hire in Gus Malzahn.
Yeah, no, it was a good hire.
No, great hire. I'll put great attached to that shit.
Not as good as Napier.
I don't know.
He's not a fan of Napier yet. He's grown on him, but
No.
you can't. I get it. Can't be sold till the games are played.
I was about to say I got to see it. Like we discussed last week, my only knock on Florida is we live and die by Anthony Richardson. That's my only knock. And I do get it's the same for other programs, right? CJ Stroud goes out, Bryce Young goes out. It's like that's gonna hurt. But like, bro, if Anthony Richardson goes out, we're done. Like, we could potentially lose to Vanderbilt or Missouri. Probably not.
No, I don't think so.
It's up there. And even, dude, like the media, they're saying our defense has been the highlight of like the preseason. And I'm like, that either says a lot about our defense that they're looking really good, or that says a shit ton about our offense.
I think our defense is going to be a lot better than people expect. I think
Okay.
because we have the athletes, and we should have had a really good defense last year. It was just you could just see it on the field, the bad coaching, and they didn't want
They
to.
were just bad.
Yeah.
They were just so bad. I was talking to my dad today about this. So I was reading a stat, and it was talking like Florida's defense in the first half of last year. I think they were giving up like 17 points, 15, 17 points, something like that.
Dude, when was
But the
was it
second
last year?
half,
No, last year.
the second half, they gave up like 35 points a game.
Yeah.
Like it was absolutely ridiculous. Abysmal. So, crazy to think about. We
Yeah,
should have
see,
beat South
exactly,
Carolina.
so-
And South Carolina's going to come to Swamp and get their shit rocked this year. Okay. We want vengeance. Is that a hot take?
No.
Okay.
I just want to beat Tennessee this year.
We'll beat Tennessee.
That's what I'm most worried about right now. In Kentucky, but
We'll beat Tennessee. We'll definitely beat them.
I'm just excited. Oh, excuse me.
You getting tired, Hunter?
Excited to finally see like what Napier's about.
People are liking Trevor Etienne.
That's what I hear.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They say he's up and coming right now.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. I'm honestly really excited for Trevor Etienne. I think he'll be really good for us.
My main thing I'm worried about is like receivers.
Yeah.
Because I think we're good on running backs. Tight end will be iffy, but
Whittemore, if he stays healthy, we're okay.
well, for receivers, so we've got Shorter and Henderson starting.
Frazier's.
Frazier's a back one of those, and then can't remember the other dude.
Purcell.
Purcell, he'll be the starting slot receiver, and Whittemore will be behind him.
If he's clear to play. Isn't he still injured?
I think they're hoping for week 1, but
Okay,
week 2
okay.
should be good.
Maybe throw him out there week 1, like 1 or 2 plays, get some reps, but like
Nothing
nothing
though.
crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it just depends where we're at with Utah and like how they're thinking. Defensive wise, I think Ventrell Miller's going to have a hell of a year. Same with Gavron Dexter.
Yeah,
They're both going to show out.
yeah. Jason Marshall too.
Okay.
I'm hoping we have decent safety play.
Dear God, haven't seen a good safety at Florida in a minute. Maybe since Chauncey Gardner, and that's saying a lot.
And he was like
Honestly, Chauncey Gardner was a mid-tier safety in college football until
was.
his last
He
2
was.
games.
I wanted him to be so good because coming out of high school, like he was
So
killing
highly
dudes
talented.
in,
Yeah.
like in camps and shit.
Yep.
But he wasn't that. He was good the last year.
He was good last year. Wasn't like great.
And I mean that's the way you should do it if you're gonna do it.
Definitely. All right. anything else you want to talk about tonight?
Um,
Anything specific? You're good.
as far as I can think of.
Matt Corral's out for the year, unfortunately.
Yep.
That's a killer for us. Not gonna lie.
Bucks Aaron Stinney is out for the year.
Hmm.
Tom Brady's returned to camp. He claims he was not on The Masked Singer, but that's what you would say if you were on The Masked Singer.
Yeah. Didn't he say like he was in the Bahamas or some shit?
I don't know.
I thought he did.
A lot of people think he's divorced now too. I don't see that.
I don't know. I
And
feel
then
like
some people say they just want to take the kids to school for the first week.
I didn't see this one, bro. Kobe Bryant's widow. What is 16 million? Yep.
For that. That's crazy because the cop on the crash scene was just showing pics at the bar.
Yep.
Can't do that, bro.
I mean, that's a high story. So I'm sure in the moment he probably wasn't even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it's still like, it's Kobe Bryant. Dude, I remember when that shit happened, bro, because we were still at Publix when that happened. And I walked in, I looked at Desmond, and I was like, bro, Kobe.
You weren't at Publix.
Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
When did you leave Publix?
2020.
You did? You
Yeah.
were there for that long?
Yeah. I was almost at my 5 years with Publix. I was getting close.
Okay.
Yeah. But I walked in. I was like, Desmond. I was like, Kobe died. He said, shut up. No, he didn't. And I was like,
I remember I was sitting at home.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, he did.
I watched
It showed
it.
on my phone.
I like just reloaded Twitter and got the tweet. And I was
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
nah. Turn on TV and news. No.
It was all about Kobe, bro.
Look on Twitter. I'm like, no way. That's crazy.
Yep, it was. I'll never forget it.
Also, Len Dawson died.
I saw that. I called my dad today. I was like, yeah, man, like Lynn
Coldest
Dawson.
photo in NFL history.
Yep.
It's halftime Super Bowl one, smoking a dart.
Gotta do it.
That's dope.
Gotta do it.
That's dope.
I called my dad and I told him that, and he's like, really? I was like, yep. He's like one of the great quarterbacks of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Probably
like,
best all time.
Yep. Well,
Nah, I think Mahomes is already.
I was about to say, I think Mahomes is kind of sealed that, but we can get into that later. Football's evolved, so it's a lot different game now than what it was 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So.
He's still the best one.
Yeah. Babe Ruth, would he be a top 10 baseball player now?
Would he be the league?
Yep. Wouldn't even make it to the league now.
No.
Like,
No,
you
no,
think
no.
about it. Yep. Albert Pujols, I think, is like 5 home runs now from his 700th home run.
Oh, really?
This is last year.
Nice. Good for him, man.
So if he hits that 700th home, I hope he does. I honestly hope like they just give it to him.
Like he's one away in his last game, and they're like they're like down or up by a few points.
Yep.
And they just underhand pitch him.
Just give him that 700th, bro.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like that's an amazing accomplishment.
Yeah.
Albert Pujols, one of the all-time greats. So, all right. Well, I think that's about it, dude. College football starting, man.
Dude, I'm so fucking excited.
So excited.
Saturday it starts, but Thursday is when it really.
How many shots are you gonna have when we play Utah? It's 7 o'clock game, so you gotta.
Football games. I just drink beer.
You drinking beer?
Yeah, I'll do a few shots of. We call them snorkels. It's
Okay.
like this little glass. It's shaped like an hourglass.
Okay.
And you fill the bottom with Coke, and you fill the top with Crown Royal. So it's a shot of Crown with the Coke chaser. Crown and Coke shot.
That's not bad.
It's pretty good. I'll probably do about 5 or 6 of those.
Huh.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch the game at the tailgate or if I'm gonna walk to Mother's.
Okay.
So I did for a 4 State game last year. That was pretty good. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 7 o'clock game. So
I know it's a late game.
called it. We were gonna try and get a room up there, but they're taxing.
I'm sure they are.
So I don't know what we're gonna do.
Number one, rooms are really expensive right now, no matter what. Plus,
Yeah, and we don't know. Like I don't know
It's game
anybody
day.
that lives up there anymore because everyone's graduated
I know a couple people.
or like friends, girlfriends, and I'm not
Some,
gonna ask.
some,
That's all right. I'll be up there in 2 years anyway. So
Then
but I'll be the spot for everyone to crash at.
we got to do the pod virtually.
Yep.
Damn.
I'll probably still work. I don't know. I literally have no plan except I'm gonna live up there. So we'll see. But we'll figure it out when we get there.
Hunter's gonna show up and he'll be there. That's all that matters.
Yep.
That's all that matters. Right? All right. Well, let's call it a night. It's a pretty good live stream. So this is live stream number 2, technically.
User.
I'll be honest, our audio sucked the past couple weeks. That's why this didn't get posted. We worked on a new setup tonight. I think the audio should be better.
Yeah, it was like echoey or muffly.
Super echoey. Sounded like we were underwater. Like it was really bad.
Yeah. I'll have
Um,
to figure that out.
yeah, I think we're good though. But drop a like, sub, share it out with your friends. You know,
Start out there, get us out there.
yeah.
You
Drop
know,
a hot take. We love
get us a sponsor.
some good hot
Send
takes.
us a hot take. We'll discuss it.
We'll discuss it live. I
Give
promise.
my educated guess
Ah,
response on it.
Educated.
I watched a lot of football. That's all education.
Okay. Well, all the education you need. All right. Well, y'all take care. We'll see y'all back next week on the official Whistle Podcast. Peace.
See ya.